There are 4 parts to the syllabus. The first part is my teaching philosophy. The second part is the learning objectives for the course. The third part is about grades. And the fourth part is resources for you. Most students have the capacity to pass my course. Students who fail my class generally have not put the time into the course for whatever reason. I know you may have a busy schedule, but make sure that you have enough time to devote to this course. This is an online 3-credit course, meaning you can expect up to, but not always, 12 hours of coursework a week. Do not let the fear of failure stop you from being successful. Many things in this course might be unfamiliar and thus scary, like Excel. However, I will provide you with all the tools you will need. You can go at your own pace and repeat learning content as much as you need. Also, your classmates and I are here to help you with any questions. We will not judge you for any questions and struggles you might have, because we all struggle every day. You are not alone. To receive an A in this course, you will have to use critical thinking skills to apply your acquired knowledge to novel situations. This course is not based on memorization. You cannot just listen to the videos. You must practice often. This is outside of the Hubble telescope. Astronomers using data from the Hubble telescope have written over 11,000 scientific papers, making it one of the most productive scientific instruments ever built. Instead of telescopes, psychologists use other instruments like an MRI. Or a psychologist might take a PET scan image. But sometimes just looking at the brain doesn't give psychologists all of the answers. Just looking at someone's brain doesn't always tell you what someone's thinking. So, to know what people are thinking and get their thoughts and attitudes about something, sometimes psychologists give questionnaires like this one. And sometimes it's useful for psychologists to observe behavior and to see how people interact with each other. Psychology has been defined as a scientific study of the mind and human behavior. Astronomy, psychology, and any other science all use the scientific method. The scientific method has the same basic premises whether you're at a first grade science fair or conducting research with a Hubble telescope. There are 6 basic parts. The first part is your research question, the second, background research, the third, the hypothesis, fourth is collecting data, 5 is analyzing data, which will be the emphasis of this course, and 6 is your results and conclusion. Here is a more grown-up version of the scientific method. It is a psychology poster from a psychological conference, and these people are from Harvard who made this poster. But you can see all the basic steps are there. It's a little bit more advanced, but all the steps are there. And these psychologists even go to a conference and sit in a room and people go around and walk to each of the posters, just like you would in a science fair when you were young. Understanding psychology and the scientific method will help you understand the learning objectives of this course. The first learning objective is called Research Methods, and this just covers the scientific method in psychology. Again, we will focus on the fifth step of analyzing data. There are two branches to statistics. The first branch is called Descriptive Statistics, and that makes up the second learning objective of this course. In descriptive statistics, we summarize data. We can either do this numerically or graphically. The second branch of statistics is called inferential statistics. And this is where we have a large population that we can never possibly survey everyone in it. And we take a smaller sample from that population and make statements about the population based on that small sample. We use statistics to help us make decisions about the larger population based on our small sample. So that makes up the fourth learning objective. And you say, well, you skipped over probability. Well, probability links, or you can say it is the bridge from descriptive statistics to inferential statistics. There are two more learning objectives. One of them is critical thinking. And I want you to critically think about statistics either in scientific journals or just in the media. The final learning objective is Excel. Excel skills are useful in many businesses and will also be useful for those planning on attending graduate school in psychology. Those planning to attend graduate school may also want to familiarize themselves with other statistical software packages, such as SAS, SPSS, and R. However, basic knowledge of Excel is often useful for those programs to make additional graphics. This is your grade breakdown. There are 5 different categories. These first 3 that I am highlighting here are due for each of the 12 phases. So there's one from each of these categories due for each of the 12 phases. And you can see the due dates in the calendar. So you'll have a discussion due, and you need to do at least 3 posts. And I talked more about the discussion boards in a previous video. The learning modules, I've talked about some too, are the multiple choice, or fill in number type questions, something like that. And you can take these in an unlimited amount of time before the due date. Okay? And also, to do the learning modules, you should watch the videos on YouTube. Okay? And then the homeworks, I haven't talked too much about those yet. Those will mainly consist of Excel work that you will copy and paste into Word. And you also need to use your critical thinking skills. So I might ask you to find some ad and critically think about the statistics used in the ad. That might be one example of a problem in the homeworks. And the homeworks are taking what you learned in the learning module and kind of wrapping it all together and using the skills you learned to new novel situations. Okay, so those are the 3 categories you need to do in a normal week. And then when the exam weeks come around, there's 3 of them. So we have 3 exams. then you need to do both a review and an exam. So do the review first and then the exam. Okay? And they're both multiple choice type questions, and you'll take it on Blackboard. Or it might be like fill in number, something like that. And there will be a time limit for the exam. So both of these are multiple choice, but there will be a time limit for the exam, but not for the review. Okay? Here are the resources you will need for this course. You need a good computer or laptop and reliable internet. We will be using Blackboard and YouTube, and I will give you handouts to accompany the YouTube videos. This is the recommended text, but it's optional, so it's up to you if you want to buy it or not. You should get a calculator, probably a scientific one. We will be using Excel, and we will be using the Analysis Toolpack in Excel. This is for all versions for PC and for the newest version in Mac. We will be using Word. And if you have a disability, please go to the CSD and give me the appropriate forms. If you have any questions about the material or the class, you can contact me through the messaging in Blackboard. I prefer this over email because the high volume of students' emails tend to get lost in my mailbox. You can also contact me on the discussion board or contact your fellow students to answer your questions. We also have Blackboard Collaborate sessions, which are basically Skype questions that are Fridays at 1. And you can ask me questions about course content there.